All right, hello out there in cryptocurrency land. This is a stream upon request from my chat room, and I'm not feeling good today. What's going on here? Oh yeah. So excuse my voice, excuse my lack of enthusiasm and inflection in my voice as I am fighting through my flu. There you go, fighting through the flu. Do some pop-out chat. Extreme stream. Yeah, a little late for an extreme stream. We've already had several bars here. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Not going to be my best extreme stream, but if you guys caught my last video, looks like my measured move prediction's working out pretty well. Not that anyone's happy about that. Is this the end? Going through some comments, ladies and gentlemen. Let me do this. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna bring my pop-out chat over. There we go. Now I can see you all. And you can see yourselves too, which is always fun. So people know what everyone else is saying and know what the heck I'm talking about. Thank you, Gosson. Appreciate it, buddy. 8K support, going straight to 8, back to 4, 8 or 9. Pull out now or lose your house. 10K Jesus, going to 8K. So, ladies and gentlemen. Well, 522, that was fast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I know a lot of you are actually probably fairly new to trading in general. I know a lot of you, this may be your first foray into markets. I also understand that this is very scary. And that's because it is very scary. Look, we're down basically 50%, a little under 50% from the all-time highs. And look, the market is one setup after the next setup after the next setup after the next setup. Okay? So all of you that are new to the market, maybe in the past 6 months, if you don't have prior investing experience, you actually don't have experience in investing. And the reason I say that is because markets do one of three things. And it seems self-explanatory, but in crypto, you only think it does one thing. You only think it goes up. Markets go, let's zoom out here. See if I can get my time frames back. So if you guys have been following me for any point, for any amount of time here, markets go up, markets go down, and markets go sideways, okay? Markets go up, down, and they go sideways. And the most important thing to understand about a market, this is real talk here, guys. Real talk from a real sick, real crypto. The important thing to understand is how your trading and your investing relates to the market. Does that make sense? Look, If you're a day trader, okay, if you're a day trader trading on the 5-minute time frame, maybe look into the 15-minute for some longer signals, then you don't necessarily take much into, well, anything. All right, you want to get the general beat on whether we're in an uptrend or a downtrend, but generally you don't care about much. If you're a hodler, and I mentioned this in my last video, if you're a day trader and if you're a hodler, you really don't care about much of this market action, 20,000 being the top and whatnot. All right. Oh, BCC is closed. Oh, I feel very sad for the people. Oh, that sucks. Oh, BCC is closed. Is that real? But if you're not a hodler, hey Vlad, thank you for suggesting the like. Yeah, everybody, please like the video, share the video. A lot of people would like some type of an explanation for how the markets move and what they're doing and everyone's expecting. Ooh, this isn't looking too good here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. If Bitcoin Connect or BitConnect closed, holy crap. I feel so sorry for those caught up. Oh, I actually do feel a very, very real empathy for those individuals. Can I teach you how to day trade? Yes, I can. I can teach you how to trade pretty much any time frame. Can you speak and stop being slow? Ali, I cannot. I am sick, buddy. You're lucky my ass is even here. So you're going to have to deal with me. You're going to have to deal with sick real crypto. I'm real crypto, and I'm real sick on a real big down day. Wow. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying a little bit ago, we'll go over a couple of things here. Going to go through some general good investment advice, and if you're not listening to me, you're stupid. I'm going to make a note here of what I want to go over because I will forget everything because my mind is not working great today. BitConnect releasing loans and BCC tokens. Useless. It's a joke. Okay. Well, I can only imagine those BCC tokens will be sold off at a clip faster than the Niagara Falls falling over the precipice there. Because if you're holding BCC tokens and they closed, why the fuck would you hold BCC tokens? That makes no sense. Anyway. Okay, so getting back to what I was originally talking about here. I'm not going to be on very long, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I'm not feeling very good. Some members of my chat room asked me to come in, so I'm here doing a live stream. They said I'd help some people out. I agree. Markets go up, markets go sideways, and markets go down. Now, if you're a day trader or if you're a hodler, you don't necessarily care too much about the market cycle. All right. Now, if you're a day trader, you want to know what kind of market you're in. But if you're a hodler, then obviously all you guys calling me crazy ever since the 20,000 top are perfectly fine with this action that we're seeing here today, and this should not scare you or give you butterflies in your stomach. If you do get butterflies in your stomach off of a 50% price drop in Bitcoin, you should revisit whether you are or are not a hodler. That's just my opinion. Now, oh, that's what I want to talk about. Okay, so if you're somewhere in between, if you don't want to hodl, if you don't want to day trade, and you're somewhere in between, which I'm guessing probably about 70% of the investors are out there. What is hodl? Hodl is hold on for dear life. It means you're not selling no matter what, no matter how low it goes down. That's pretty much what HODL means. Okay. So again, you have to understand first of all the overall market cycle that we're in. Based on this particular bar being put in at this moment in time, I feel fairly confident calling us in the longer trend bear market that I've been saying is a possibility for about a month and a half now or something. About a month now, whatever, how long it's been, doesn't matter. So this bar here looks pretty much like the dead man's bar in let's do this. Okay. So this is choppy action. This is your uptrend right here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. This is your uptrend right here from, you know, all the way down here till 2017, all the way up until 20,000. That is your uptrend. Okay? A parabolic move literally ends an uptrend. Okay? And this is what I've been talking about for quite some time. It literally ends an uptrend. Here's your period. You know, here's your period right here. I mean, quite literally. Well, you know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's your period on the uptrend. Now, what's going to happen here is we're going to go sideways, which we have gone sideways. Looks like up until today. So we've gone sideways here. If you notice, we've been range bound right here. And no matter what other chart patterns there are, and there are other chart patterns, you can still consider it range bound. Okay, we got two highs. We have several lows. All right. So two highs, several lows down here. Whether it's a channel, and this is the channel I talked about in my prior video. For those of you joining me, I am sick today. Please bear with my voice. I've got several videos on this topic, ladies and gentlemen. I've got several videos going back a couple of months. You can kind of look at them. Most of them are my higher viewed videos if you want to rank them that way. So again, if you're hodling, you don't care. If you're day trading, you don't care. If you're in intermediate, if you're intermediate, this is not a good bar. Okay, if you only want to hold Bitcoin, if you only want to hold Bitcoin for like another couple of months, if you can't afford to lose the money you have in cryptocurrencies, this is not a good bar right here, guys. Okay, now we're still within this rising channel, so we can bounce back, and we saw a little bit of that. Let's dive down, see where we're at. So nice bottoming candle here, but doesn't look like it wants to hold. We will see here. Yeah, it looks like every rally is being sold into. We still have a series of higher lows. I'm sorry, lower highs. So I mentioned a couple of videos back. I mentioned a few videos back, probably about 10 videos back. Mentioned about 10 videos back that I was looking for this type of a bar to confirm the bear market in Bitcoin. And to me, it definitely looks like we are headed into that type of a bear market. Okay? Now, if you want to hodl, perfectly fine. Go ahead and hodl. All right? If you don't want to see Bitcoin down under 5,000, maybe you're not a hodler. All right, if Bitcoin 5,000 scares you, that's not my price target. That's just a number I'm pulling out really out of my ass. If you don't want to see Bitcoin 5,000, you're not a hodler. All right, you're overly optimistic in your quote unquote trading, and you have unrealistic expectations of the market. All right, that's my opinion on how I've seen many market cycles play out over stocks, over many other asset classes. All right, a parabolic move usually finishes runs, and they're done. Those runs are done. Now you can go sideways. Very, very rarely do you go sideways in a parabolic move. Very, very do you go sideways after a parabolic move. Okay, you typically go lower. You typically go much, much lower than that. So, someone says, tell me why this is happening. The Andrew says, tell me why this is happening. I've been talking about why this is happening. This is happening because Bitcoin went on a parabolic run. Okay? I mean, this is quite simple, ladies and gentlemen. This is very simple. I know why this is happening. Okay? We've been talking about this, so some of you joining me, we're picking up new people here at a pretty good clip. We're at 1595 currently. All of this is happening because we just went off of a massive climactic run in cryptocurrencies. When you have 3 or 4 bases, okay, when we failed to break down from this 11.5, there we go. Let's get rid of that guy. All right, you're now hidden. When we spike up from 11.5, okay, this is the start of what's called a blow-off top. All right, think about it like this. Think about it like this. At 11.5, which is what this top is, we had a climactic top. That was a pretty good climactic top. But we had the same bottoming action in the same day, which is pretty crazy. Now, we since spiked up. So, I mean, what's that percentage gain here? 68%. 68% up until 20,000. Okay? That is what's called a blow-off top. It is a climactic run. Okay? This is trading 101, ladies and gentlemen. This is not even a joke. This isn't an opinion. This isn't me being super smart. This isn't... this is just how trading works. When you have a blow-off top like this, the move is done. I've been talking about this in several videos, and people are getting sick of hearing me talk about this, and quite frankly, I'm even sick of me talking about this. I only want to make the same video like 3 or 4 times. But those of you that are into cryptocurrency are more than likely brand new to investing. You don't understand market cycles and how market cycles work. After a climactic run, typically you go into a bear market. In fact, like 99% of the time you go into a bear market. And that's what I've been talking about. So A. Smith says, what's the play? Step aside. Go cash. If you got profits, take it. You should have already been out. I mean, you should have already been out. This was really your last best sell signal right here. Kind of the failure up here with a lethargic volume. That was kind of your last sell signal. But I mean, you could have even given it down to here. Even earlier today, you know, you could have done something like that. You could have called that. Even today could be good if we go down to 5,000 or 4,000. So, but after a blow off top occurs, we're going to go into a bear market. Now, I've been comparing this to the 2013 parabolic run. Okay, I've been doing a little bit of what's called homework. Those of you that want big money, those of you that want fast money, you're going to get murdered. Okay? Unless you understand market cycles. Now, we're in this bar basically is confirming a bear cycle in cryptocurrencies right here. At least in my opinion, at least on Bitcoin. You know, there's going to be a few that are a few altcoins that are probably going to do pretty good, but those are going to be kind of few and far between. So, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sick today. Please bear with me and my kind of loose thoughts. Reading charts is for morons, and you can get off my channel, XRLK. You can get off my channel if you think reading charts are morons. Reading charts are not morons. I've been reading this chart and I've been calling this chart correct for quite some time here. So, all right, going back to the 2013 parabolic move. Let's do that. Let's go to Bitstamp. Let's go back in time and do this so-called homework, okay? Do this homework that I've been talking about. All right, let's go back to 2013. Come on, Bitstamp. There we go. Here's 2013. Okay. So there's a pretty nice parabolic move, and this is I mean, that's an insane parabolic move. I actually traded this parabolic move right here off of this bull flag back in 2013, oddly enough. It's kind of funny. I traded it all the way up, and I sold when it was at 1100, and I finally got filled on this big spike down. So crazy to try to get filled in that market. There was no liquidity. It was just crazy. So, if you were to look at this chart, and if you were to look at this chart, they have many, many similarities. Many, many similarities. TA doesn't, on Bitcoin, doesn't work. Just stop, dumbass. Well, you also can get off my channel, because that's all I do is technical analysis, so you can get the fuck out of here. All right, that being said. I've been looking for a large downside candle, something akin to this candle. Okay, we've had, is that the right candle? I don't know if that's the right candle. No, but if you're going to come into someone's house and then, if you're going to come into someone's house and then you're going to insult them, you can leave the house. That's all. Leave the house. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sick today. Please bear with me. So that's why I'm talking slow and all of this stuff. All right. So here we go. So so after a parabolic run in 2013, now keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, all of this analysis I'm doing, the number one premise is about the parabolic run. That's the number one premise, because that is the overall reason for the market situation that we're in today, is the parabolic run. Okay? That's the overall reason. All right? This is the overall reason. None of this necessarily matters that much. None of this action here matters. It's the parabolic run that is the 800-pound gorilla in the room. This is a situation that doesn't happen very often. Okay? Parabolic moves don't happen very often. Once in a blue moon. I mean, except for Bitcoin, it happened twice in 2013. Here's one parabolic run with a big drop off, and two parabolic runs, and another one with a big drop off, both in 2013. Quite fascinating from a perspective. So, but after the parabolic run here in Bitcoin, we had a 2-year and 9-month. We had a 2-year and 9-month bear market in Bitcoin. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. Now, it doesn't matter. you know, that we had tradable bounces. You're always going to have tradable bounces. And we're seeing that today. You know, the other day, or not the other day, what was this? December 22nd? That's a very tradable bounce. I've recorded this live on my channel. You can go back and look at it. December 22nd. Okay? We bounced off a 10.4. We bought this low, and then we bought this low and we traded it back up. That's a tradable bounce. Okay? Look, a bear market doesn't look like one big red candle. That's not what a bear market looks like. Okay? This is what a bear market looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Does this look like one red candle to you? No. This looks like several months of shorter uptrends, longer downtrends. Shorter uptrends, longer downtrends. Shorter uptrends, longer downtrends. And that's, you know, it's looking like more and more that we're in this type of a market. All right? Now it's kind of interesting. We have this peak here in 2013. We had this peak here in 2013, which may be very resemblant of this peak right here. Okay, these two peaks, this being the lower high. So it's very well possible that we just live underneath this trend line for quite some time. And if you go over here, you see that. You see that this little rally here you see that this little rally here really wasn't, I mean, look at the volume. It's just pitiful. It's just super pitiful. It doesn't even get there. This one doesn't even get there. This one doesn't even get there. Then we finally go sideways and get a nice pop. Look at that. That's a nice rally. But I'm thinking we're probably here or here in this particular market cycle. Okay, one of these two. This particular one, I don't know, I'm almost kind of thinking we're in this one. This was my D-Day candle in a video or two ago. I talked about a D-Day candle, which was a very large volume candle after all of this low volume action. And that's kind of what this candle is looking like to me today. And the reason why I call it the D-Day candle is because your price doesn't really get back to that open for years. Okay? So there's our D-Day candle right there. That first big volume pop here. We don't see this price level again for a long time. And right there you see a little bit of a resistance at that D-Day candle. Okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know everybody wants me to pick price targets. I know everybody wants me to forecast the future for you. That is not how technical analysis works. Okay? Technical analysis is basically like driving through traffic. I can tell you I'm going to get to New York from LA. I can't tell you how many car crashes are going to be in between. I can't tell you how many rainstorms. I can't tell you how many good things are going to happen along the way. All right? One candle kind of foretells the next candle in a certain sense. All right? Now, now, we talked about this rising wedge right here, and I posted a measured move, and we're almost to that measured move, which happens to coincide with this 10.4 level, which we're reaching right now, and it happens to coincide with this downside channel level. Now, I would anticipate a bounce of some kind here, just because, you know, everyone is really fudding this out. But to be quite honest with you, it's really weird. Most of these reversals happen in the middle of the night my time. I'm usually up at 2 or 3 a.m. for this. I'm not here at 3 p.m. for this. So this kind of feels a little bit different. Interesting. Yeah, it's weird that the sell-off is happening 12 hours out of a normal cycle. Let's take a look here. The Abe Element asks me, I know it's a general correction, but do you think futures are affecting price at all? I haven't actually checked the futures. Um, I haven't actually checked the futures, to be quite honest with you. And John says, "Hey newbies, same thing happened this time last year and in 2016 because it's Chinese and their Lunar New Year." I didn't read your full comment. I didn't want to give it that much weight. So we're starting to see some little bit of panic selling here. Everyone trying to exit. So this bottoming candle, this gets washed out. This is a lot of volume to get washed out. If this gets taken out, that's bad mojo. That's bad mojo. Yeah, I was kind of watching, see what's going on here. So nice little double bottom here. Maybe take a position here if you want to buy a low and then put a stop here at, oh, 10-2 or something, maybe. Good for a little bounce here, you never know. Doesn't look too bad. So a couple people saying this is kind of like last year. And I've been mentioning, I've been talking this whole time about this 2013 cycle. And again, the overall factor in the market now is the fact that we just came off a huge parabolic run in Bitcoin. Okay? A huge parabolic run in Bitcoin. I'm not buying, I'm talking to you guys. I'm not buying anything. So, no, I'm sick. When I get done out of here, guys, I'm going right back to the couch. Right back to the couch. Not feeling too hot. No, there's not enough volume here for me to really buy. But it could be good for a trade if you have exhausted selling. It could just float higher for a little bit, give you a little bit of trade there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so that's kind of all I got to say about that. Is that we've seen this overarching cycle of exuberance in cryptocurrencies. We've seen it a number of times now. Okay. We've seen it a number of times. You saw it in 2013 twice. Here's the first one. Look at this nice parabolic move. What did it result in? A bear market. Okay, look at this parabolic move. What did it result in? A bear market. Let's look at the 1999. Well, I won't do that. I can't think square enough to Google right now. So I've seen a couple of comments. Regarding technical analysis cannot predict this. Technical analysis cannot predict that. Okay? I've seen this time and time again. All I gotta say is that don't know how, don't know why. Oh, we're in the 15 minutes. Go back to the daily. Don't know how, don't know why. But generally, and those of you well versed in technical analysis, I want you to tell me how you found it to be not helpful. I have not found in any way that technical analysis is not helpful. It is helpful in all areas. It is helpful in all areas. So, hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Real Crypto is real sick today on this real extreme stream. And another real person just came by to drop me off some chicken. Very, very nice of them. Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys are 100% right about technical analysis. It cannot predict news. Technical analysis cannot predict fundamental. Technical analysis cannot predict fundamental changes. Okay? But all I can tell you is this. And ladies and gentlemen, I know there's probably only like, we got 2,800 people here right now. I know there's only probably like maybe 100 of you that are really hard, stern, anti-technical analysis, but oh, sorry guys. Again, I'm sick today. All I gotta do is say this. Do you guys want to make money? Do you guys want to make money? That's all I gotta say. Okay. You guys all answered yes. You guys all answered yes, and that's good. We all want to make money. We're all greedy SOBs. We want to make as much money as fast as we can. So, price will go up and price will go down. Okay? Price will go up and price will go down. By reading a news article, you cannot predict what price is going to do. By reading a white paper, you cannot predict what price is going to do. By understanding the underlying algorithms, you cannot predict what price is going to do. And I love blockchain. I think the technology is super fascinating. I think it's great. I think we're going to see some really, really cool stuff happen in the upcoming decade that's just going to blow our minds today. And I think a lot of these coins a decade from now are going to be 100 times higher than they are today. Okay? But if you want to make money in the shortish term of like less than a year, 6 months, something like that, the chart is what pays you. And what technical analysis gives you is the only way of seeing what the people that are actually putting money to work in the coins are doing. Does that make sense? If you thought ADA, let's go see here. I like ADA because it's a great example and I traded it pretty damn well. Okay. Look, if you're a hodler, yeah, you're going to be like, hey, I'm a hodler, you guys are all stupid, blah, blah, blah. I get that. I get that. But if you're not a hodler, if you liked ADA and you bought it, you were down 50% on your money. Okay? You were down 50% on your money in ADA. Alright? If you don't know anything about technical analysis and you're down 50%, unless you're going to hodl it and really don't care about all that, then if you are that way, you're not watching this video. If you're watching this video, odds are you're a trader. Alright? You only know to get into ADA at the opportune time with technical analysis. Alright? With technical analysis. That's the only way that you knew how to get into ADA. The only way. Alright? Now if you're a hodler, that's fine. You're gonna say I'm a douchebag, whatever. But stuff's going down. Let's check it out. 10-2 You know, it's funny. 3 days ago, I opened a BitMEX account back when we were in this rising wedge, and then I got sick, and I didn't short anything. I was going to short the shit out of this. But I didn't. Oh well. Oh well. Not going to short it down here, though. Ugh. So Joby says if hodling means being down 60%, then I'm not a hodler. Joe, you get the comment of the day. Quite frankly, you get the comment of the day. And that's all I really want out of this channel, to be quite frank with you, is that if you think you're a hodler and you don't want to be down 60%, you're not a hodler. You're not a hodler. So, ooh, 88 down below. Is it? Wow. Oh, it's not down. Oh. And what are some of these coins doing? Man, you got 88 selling off on low volume here. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. So let's go through a few coins here, ladies and gentlemen. XRP selling off a little bit higher volume. That's not so good. That's not so good. Let's take a look at XLM. Rafi, I am not a hodler. It's just not in my nature. It's just not in my nature. I wish it was, to be quite honest with you. But it's not. I am not a hodler. Not at these levels. If I got in Bitcoin at like $1,000, $2,000, well, look, if I got in Bitcoin at $1,000, $2,000, I would have sold when I sold at 19. With those 1,000 and 2,000 year, or with those positions. So XLM breaking down. Volume's not so high, which is good. Which is good. Okay, let's see here. What should we look at? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, real crypto here, real sick today. Ugh. Oh, Ethereum. Let's look at Ethereum. I actually sold my Ethereum earlier today. I should have sold it 2 days ago. Yeah, that's not good. I sold Ethereum up here. Good thing I did. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I've been sick. Like, man, the past 2 days, I just couldn't even get up off the couch without really much anything. What's Vlad say? Can't save the day, but thank you for the time, the situation for many people, and I hope you will learn from it. I hope so. I hope they learn from it. Yeah, so Ethereum, not liking the action here in Ethereum. I think there's a lot of recent buyers, but we're back down here to this prior base level. And ladies and gentlemen, you know, look, let me go back to Bitcoin here. I'm not a fudder. I don't like to FUD. It's not really what I like to do. I just like to give you my beat on the charts. but we haven't seen any buyers step in yet. And what you're looking at, and yeah, someone here makes a good point. It's not going to zero, okay? Bitcoin's not going to zero. There's still billions of market cap. I mean, it's not going to zero. Don't get it twisted like that, all right? We're not going to zero. So we had a very nice buy bar right here, kind of right at my channel line, if you notice that. Huh. Funny how all of these things kind of line up together when you know how to do technical analysis. Oh. Very interesting. But yeah, right now looks like we've been trying to bottom since this candle. We haven't really been successful so far. But we're trying to bottom right here. We're trying to. All right. Now, so one thing I like to do is kind of draw a little bit of trend lines here and check with the volume and just kind of see what's happening. Just kind of see what's happening here right now. So we're trying to do a little bit of bottoming here. Now I mentioned in my last video, or maybe my second to last video, let me back out to the daily chart here. Get rid of some of these crazy trend lines. Now I mentioned in my last video that I kind of saw this channel coming out of this head and shoulders pattern. Crypto Crown from my chat room, who's a very good trader, said, "Hey, why don't you double check that head and shoulders? I don't think it's gonna play out." I'm like, yeah, it kind of looks like a rising channel. I didn't think we'd get down to the bottom of the channel this fast. That is not a good thing. And for those of you just joining me, and thank you for joining me. This is Real Crypto. I'm real sick. Really hit that subscribe button. Please like the video. And little shameless pump, I'm actually going to open up my website and trading courses in the near future here. So Real-Crypto is the website. It's under construction, but check back in a week or two. If you remember, I know everyone has a short-term memory problem these days, but yeah, it looks like we're trying to put in that bottom here. But what I was talking about is that I've been likening this market to the market in 2013. Now, everyone, well, not everyone, several people have said the market's nothing like 2013. It's not like this. It's not like that. It's not like blah, blah, blah. Well, no matter what your rationale, no matter what your excuse, the one overarching feature between both is what's called a parabolic run. Is what's called a parabolic run in Bitcoin. Okay, just a huge parabolic run. Okay, a parabolic run is a climactic action, and we actually got a climactic top, a blow-off top. Now, the blow-off top infers that this is the end. This is the end of the move. That's why it's called a blow-off top. Mount St. Helens didn't erupt twice after it blew its top. It blew its top and then it lay dormant. Okay? And then it lay dormant. So, the same thing in 2013, a parabolic run, a blow-off top, and then it lay dormant. Okay, we're doing the same thing here. We're going to lay dormant for a while. Now, doesn't mean we're not going to have tradable bounces. Doesn't mean we're not going to have tradable bounces. Doesn't mean we're not going to see opportunities to buy. But the second this whole selling is over, which it looks like it is right now, like I said, we've been trying to put in a bottom since that one big candle. Okay, we're getting some good volume. This is actually even a good candle. Okay, that's a good candle. That's a good candle. That's a good, yeah, several good candles here. So the bottom may be in an intermediate time frame. We'll see. But look, even if we get a bounce here, guys, I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. even if this is our short-term bottom, okay? This is our short-term bottom in Bitcoin. Well, guess what? We're going to bounce higher, okay? Maybe we're going to bounce up and retest these levels here. Maybe we're going to bounce up, and this isn't a very specific trend line, so I'll delete that. Maybe we'll bounce up and we'll hit this. Maybe we'll bounce up and hit the top of the trend line. All are possibilities. But until you stop seeing the bear market action, it's of my opinion, as of this moment in time, that we're in a bear market. Now, bear market doesn't mean that we go to zero, okay? A bear market doesn't mean that we go to zero. A bear market means that we have shorter rallies and longer and more prolonged downtrends. Shorter rally, longer downtrend. Shorter rally, longer downtrend. Okay? Now at some point we're going to break that cycle. Is it today? It could be. It could be today. Unlikely. You usually don't find a bottom. You typically don't find a bottom and then immediately go into new highs. Things don't work that way. All right. Well, So, looks like some good bottoming action here. Let's go down to the 15-minute and see if we can kind of ascertain what's happening. All right, big green engulfing candle. So, for educational purposes, this could be a nice trade for a bounce, at least up into here, 10-11%. Got a nice little trend line coming on right there. All right. Notice all this volume coming in here. All right. Who can donate some Bitcoin? It's almost free. That's funny. So, all right. So, yeah, we may have had a nice little bottom here in Bitcoin, but still don't think the overall downtrend has subsided itself. That's not how it works, ladies and gentlemen. That's not how these markets work. Just trying to partake some wisdom into your lives. If you guys want raw, feel good, go to another channel. My name is Real Crypto, and I'm going to give it to you straight up real. I'm going to tell you how it is. Okay? This is a short-term bottom in Bitcoin right here. Maybe we do something like this. We come back up and we go sideways, and maybe we go down again. It's hard to say exactly, but in bear markets, you get some tradable rallies. You get some very good tradable rallies. Some very good tradable rallies. This could be one of them. You could take 10-20% out of this. You got 20% right up into there. You know what I mean? That's a very distinct possibility that we have a nice tradable rally. At the same time, if it does roll over, then no bueno. But this looks okay here. I'm not too mad at this. Actually a pretty nice bar. You got 1 minute left. You got two big green candles here. Looks like they're buying up until 10,750. That's where they're buying until 10,750. So if retail investors such as yourselves are going to push it over 10,750, they'll take that cheap Bitcoin. That's kind of how stuff works, right? So they're going to buy between 10 and 10,750, and that's kind of looks like how that's going to work. But if they can't pump it past 10,750, we'll see what happens. So, yeah. But our real resistance is up here at 11,250, something like that. Still have yet to clear this congestion. Ooh, who's the ambient light? Don't trade against the trend. Very good saying. Don't trade against the trend. Very excellent. So you got about 7% down to the lows and a potential, 10 to 20% on the upside. That could be good for a little trade for some informational purposes. And here's my trend line. Here's my trend line from this peak down here to this low, and that looks like it hits quite nicely. Hits quite nicely. So you never know, ladies and gentlemen. Technical analysis does sometimes work. Sometimes work. But like I said, we're going to get some tradable rallies. We're going to get some tradable bounces. And it looks like we just entered one of those tradable rallies and tradable bounces. But if you're gonna buy this tradable rally in this tradable bounce, I would say be ready to sell at some point. Be ready to sell at some point. That's all I'm going to say about that. Overall, this market downtrend doesn't look like it's confirmed. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Oops, sorry, that's my phone going off. Speaking of which. All right, nice little tradable bottom looks like it's been put in here. Looking pretty good. What are some of the other altcoins doing? Let's take a look at Ethereum. Has it been bouncing nicely too? Yeah, not too bad here. Same pattern as Bitcoin. You're going to see this time and time again with a lot of the top coins. They all have the same patterns. They're being traded algorithmically, in my opinion. Wow, 150 Bitcoin. Look at that. Seems like a bargain. Seems like a bargain. What are we saying? Okay. Alright, so what's going on here? I'm looking at Binance on my other screen. Easier to click through, just trying to see what's what. Got XRP with a bottoming candle. So keeping in mind with the whole parabolic move scenario, we recently just had Ripple just came off of a big parabolic move. Ripple, $1 Ripple. I think it's kind of funny how everyone thinks $3 Ripple is normal. I found that quite amusing from a technologist perspective because it was only up there for a little bit. All right, so let's have an interesting low here in Bitcoin. Like I said, could have a nice tradable bounce here, but if you're going to buy these bounces, ladies and gentlemen, My recommendation is to no, Bitcoin doesn't cost 150. Litecoin was at 150 at one point in time there. Re-rolling back over a little bit here. Go back to the 15-minute. And we're holding strong up here so far. We're right at that resistance level right here. So we'll see a little bit of chop right here. See the kind of volume coming in here. Ugh. Real crypto, real sick, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me today. Please subscribe if you like the sick content. Oh, selling down right there from 10 to. There's still some selling blocks out there. Still some selling blocks out there. Down to 11. Let's dig down a little deeper. Let's go really minuscule and just kind of watch some carnage here. Nothing too crazy happening there. Bitcoin got caught molesting Bitcoin Cash. That's kind of funny. ADA green again. Yeah, I mentioned ADA a little bit ago. That was the one coin. To be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I think ADA is probably going to outlast a vast majority of cryptocurrencies, flat out. The amount of support that it's seeing, it's just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. That doesn't mean it's not gonna go down a little bit lower, but it's yeah, I think in the long run, ADA, probably Ethereum too, are going to be the two that are really going to stand out. A lot of these are going to go by the wayside. It's just going to be the nature of the beast. They're gonna live out their lives in kind of ambiguity and going to be traded on the penny exchanges. And oh, remember back when we used to look at I don't know what's one. I don't know. Can't think of a platform coin right now. Remember when we used to trade Lisk? You know, I don't know, just pulling one out of my ass there. Is the dip over? The dip appears to be over. Doesn't mean it's necessarily the bottom. We are experiencing some see, that's an interesting little topping candle right there. Check BitConnect. You know what? I haven't checked BitConnect, I don't think, ever. Little bull flag there on Bitcoin. That's good. Yeah, I think the bottom's in for right now, guys. It looks like it. We're seeing declining volume now. We've seen our capitulation moves. We're good. Let's see what this thing's doing. I wonder if this thing's just plummeting. Let's go to the daily here. Oh, no. No, this is BitConnect, right? Oh, it's Bitcoin Cash. Where is BitConnect? Oh well. IOTA, sure. Whoops, that's a BNB chart. Well, Art asking me how how low does this dip go? The dip appears to have possibly subsided right now. Let's go take a look at it. Getting a little bit of downward pressure here. 10.9. Truck full of Litecoin at 149. Very nice. Let's go down to the 5-minute chart. Alright, so 5-minute chart. Still not looking too shabby. And the 1-minute chart doesn't look too bad either. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, looks like... Ooh, what does the next sell point look like, Jeffrey? Very good question. Let's go down to the 2-hour and take a look. Let's go down to the 2-hour and take a look here. So if you're looking for sell points, if you did buy that bottom, which I guess you still could buy if you really wanted to, you're gonna have a point, you know, kind of right about here. You have the 13 area. You're gonna have this area as resistance, 11.5. There's quite a few points. There's quite a few points that are going to be, oops. Quite a few points you can sell into, but I'll usually sell into price action as well. Not even necessarily just a level, but it will do price action as well. I won't do just a level generally. Danny says, have you not heard BitConnect is dead? I have heard. Come on, Danny, we got like 3,000 people on here. Someone's mentioned that to me. Someone's mentioned that to me. Oh, and the 5-minute looks like we've broken that little uptrend. Let's take a look at it. BitConnect stop line went from 300 to 30. And I really feel sorry for those people caught up in that. I do have a definite I don't want anyone to get scammed. But there's plenty of information out there kind of warning you guys. So if you did that, I hope you didn't do it with all of your account. And all these YouTubers claiming out there that they're now millionaires off of BitConnect. Man, I hope they were just faking for the views, because yeah. How high can Cardano go? I don't know. I have no idea. There we go, 11.1. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, looks like a nice little bottom's been put in here. Very nice, very nice. You guys, I was trying to pull up What's BitConnect's symbol? I'm going to ask that in chat. So like I said, guys, I think we've pretty much finished the downtrend at this moment in time. This is what I would consider a tradable bounce. A tradable bounce. Not necessarily something you want to, invest in long term. But this to me would be a tradable bounce. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you new to cryptocurrency. Oh yeah, TradingView. Yeah, I probably got to go to TradingView, don't I? Damn it. I'm probably gonna buy. Hey, thank you, Crusader General, with a $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I put a lot of time and effort, and you guys are getting 15 years of knowledge. I mean, quite literally, this isn't costing you guys anything. So, every little donation goes a long way, and I really appreciate that. Okay. Elan, why do you always sell at the bottoms? So, the reason people sell at bottoms is the same reason people buy at tops. Okay? It's all about fear and it's all about greed. It's all about fear and it's all about greed. You get greedy when we're at 20,000. You get fearful when we're at 10,000. All right? You get fearful when we're at 10,000. Now, ooh, coin market cap. Yeah, there's a good. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sick today. If you are new to the stream here today, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I would appreciate that. And also like. Oh, it's probably all the way down here, isn't it? Oh my God, down to 34. I remember BitConnect was like number 4 or something. Holy shitballs. Time in the US is 4 o'clock right now. While I feel extraordinarily bad for the people that lost real money in here, that's all I can say about that. I can sit here and try to sound pretentious like I told you so. I did one video on BitConnect being a scam, and that was back when a couple weeks ago when Texas did their thing. But you know what? I got more blowback on that particular video than I've gotten back on anything 10, 20 fold. And I'm like, man, these guys are just so eaten into this pudding. They just have no idea what they're doing. No idea what they're doing. And I know they're going to get hit someday. But I didn't know it'd be today. I thought it would make it through this bear cycle, to be quite frank with you. I thought BitConnect, the fact that they had their own cryptocurrency, though, it does make sense when you think about it in terms of the overall synopsis. In terms of the, I'm sitting here on the 1 minute. I'm not going to get to 20,000 on the 1 minute. Guys, I'm gonna go fill up my water. I'll be back in a minute or so. All right. Still here, still alive. Hey, I have 2017 viewers, 2017. That was like 2 weeks ago. Robin de Hoods. You say every January, same dip every year. You're focusing on the wrong thing. You're focusing on the small time frame there, buddy. Yep, you're focusing on the small time frame. You need to focus on the longer term picture. That's not the overall cycle we're in. We're not in the January cycle. We're in the 2013 cycle. Bitcoin breaks under weight of regulatory scrutiny. What's that? All right, so apparently the rumors may be more true than not about South Korea. This happened just now? This was out like half an hour ago. Very interesting there. That's got a lot of cookies on it if you're going to sit there and clock my browser like that. JK Gaming asks me, do I think it will go back up? Ooh, we've broken that little tradable rally there. Not super healthy right there. Alright. Alright, retesting this low here, shaking some people out. Retesting our breakout point right there. Neo, sure. A lot of people have mentioned Neo. There have not been many parabolic runs since 2013. If you think there have been many parabolic runs since 2013, then you do not know what a parabolic run is. There have been bases since 2013, and those are completely different things from parabolic runs. A parabolic run is a completion of an overall market cycle. It does not end in a base. A parabolic run is an overextension of exuberance by market participants only seeing $100,000 Bitcoin or whatever thing you're doing. Yep, nice bounce there in Neo. Best way to protect profits at this point? I mean, the only way to protect profits is basically to cash out. That's the only way to protect profits. You can't really hedge in cryptos unless you want to like sell options, or if you want to provide margin for shorts on another platform or something, which I wouldn't mind providing margin for shorts right now, because we're not going down here. It looks like we've already seen a bottom. Yeah, not doing too bad here. All right, so looks like we have some new people here getting another question about 2013 was the Gox scandal. How do you relate to that? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, break out of your bubble, okay? Break out of your fundamental news-driven bubble and join me in the world of where people actually pay money for things. You want to sell your coin to a sucker for a higher value. We're all here. I'm here to sell my Bitcoin to your dumbass at a higher price than my dumbass paid for it. And the dumbass that sold me his Bitcoin thought I was a dumbass for buying his Bitcoin. The only reason you're going to buy Bitcoin is because you think it's too cheap. And the only reason you sell Bitcoin is because you think it's too high. Well, guess what your thoughts mean to the $500 billion cryptocurrency space? Nothing. Your thoughts mean nothing. They mean nothing. The fundamentals technically will drive price up. Occasionally will drive price down, but what usually drives price down is overexuberance of the market, resulting in a parabolic move. I mean, that's not the only reason. They don't always result in parabolic moves, but parabolic move in Bitcoin. This is the definition of a parabolic move. Someone mentioned there have been many parabolic moves. Well, this isn't parabolic. This isn't parabolic. This isn't parabolic. Okay? This is a long, flat base. This is a shorter base. This is a shorter, deeper base. This is a really weird base. We'll talk about that another day. But this is a parabolic move. And ladies and gentlemen, when you get a parabolic move, you don't get another one. You generally don't get another parabolic move. Okay? It doesn't work that way. You guys that think I'm stupid, all right, and you think Bitcoin's going up, the only thing I can say is you tell me your investment strategy for timing and pricing markets. What is your investment strategy for timing and pricing markets? You don't have one. No one does. Okay? If your investment strategy is I'm going to sell when it hits 100,000, you need to ask yourself and tell everyone in this chat room, all 2,000 people, why you have 100,000. Why? What is that rationale? Okay? What is your rationale for I'm going to hold until it's 46,000, 82,000? Now, if you present me with a case, I will go ahead and tip my hat to you. Look, you have a plan. Good. My plan isn't the best plan on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. My plan isn't perfect. Okay? Sometimes I don't even have a plan, to be quite frank with you. Sometimes I do just trade off the cuff because I enjoy trading. But I know the rules. Okay? I know the rules. So, anyway, guys, we did a live stream over here. We did a live stream over here. We did a live stream a couple other places at much higher levels. And you know what? In time, Bitcoin's going to be over 20,000. Okay? Bitcoin will be over. Bitcoin will be over 20,000. And I actually do believe we'll get another parabolic move in Bitcoin. but it's not going to be this month. Probably won't be this year. I think if we're lucky, it'll be in 2019. I think if we're lucky, it'll be even in 2020. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting enough hateful comments on the chat room right now. It's starting to annoy me in my sick little head here. So, looks like the bottom's been put in Bitcoin here, and it looks like it came really close to hitting my little target that I've had here this entire video. Look at that. Look at that. Almost to a T. Interesting how that works, right? Interesting how that works. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to recap before I head off here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a hodler, you think I'm an idiot. Okay? And you think everyone else is an idiot that doesn't hodl. If you're a day trader, you don't think I'm an idiot because you already know how the markets work. All right? You just choose to day trade, which is fine. You have a definitive strategy. Same with hodlers. But what you other people need to understand is that a majority of people are not hodling. Okay? A majority of people don't hodl. They're trading, they're putting money in to invest to make a short-term gain, and they don't understand markets and market cycles. So that's kind of how that works. I mean, you know, people have their opinions on things, and whatever works for you, as long as you're making money, guess what? That's great. I want you to make money. Even you idiots that say that I'm an idiot. Okay? Look, I know what makes me money, and technical analysis makes me money on a regular basis. So there you go. If you have another set of rules, why don't you put them out there? Put them out there for public scrutiny. Put it out there for, you know, other people to come in and call you an idiot. So, someone else asked me here, can TA tell us how long a bear market can last? Not really. You know, you can have some assumptions. You can have some assumptions, but, you know, again, they're all assumptions. There's no fortune-telling machine in trading. It doesn't work. Unless you work at Bridgewater Associates, you don't have a fortune-telling machine. Okay. Yeah, you don't have a fortune-telling machine. Unfortunately, I cannot say how long that a bear market will last. What I do say is that if you look about, so I'm likening this to the last parabolic move we had, which was right here in 2013. Okay, right here in 2013 was the last parabolic move that we had. I'm likening it to this. And I think we're probably about here in this market cycle. You know, I don't know, pick a big down day that really fucks up a lot of people, right? After a nice little sideways consolidation, maybe even a little uptrend, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we're like here in this particular cycle. All right. So Victor says, plug your teaching course again. Yes, I will be doing a teaching course. I will be doing webinars and mentorships in the coming week or two. So keep a lookout for that at real-crypto.com, or look for it on my channel. But I think we're in this type of a market, and I don't know how long. The only thing I know is this: is when you're in a bear market. When you're in a bear market, you have more downtrends than uptrends, okay? And they're more abrupt, and they're deeper, okay, than the uptrends are, which is how you have a downward declining. So until you have a higher high of some point, so like this was a bear market. You had a high here, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and then here you finally have a higher high. Okay? So here in 2013, you finally have a higher high. But even that was negated. Even that was negated. The market's not ready yet. And notice that's where the volume kicked in, is where that higher high was made. Okay? So, yeah, I've got a lot more to say about that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go lay back on the couch, guys. Anyway, I think we've gone ahead and I think we've hit this bottom here for this particular downside bar, but I do think that we don't necessarily, where I think we are in this cycle is on one of these larger volume bars, maybe something like this. I think we're at this bar, so maybe we do or don't go much higher, but then we're going to continue lower, maybe to slow grift. I mean, it's really quite fascinating how the 2013 chart and this 2017 chart are they're really rhyming. I mean, they're not exact, but these things are you know, they're talking the same tune to me. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. All right, guys.